That's not good, is it? Hello? Took us to the wrong screen. Hi, everyone. We haven't got lights on. Boom. Wait for it to calm down after the brightness of everything. Hi, James. Hi, Monica. How are things going? Just making sure we've got... Well, we need to look over there. We're in there okay, aren't we? You can see us. Can you hear us? Things are bouncing around okay. I think I might end up going off the screen a little bit. I'll slouch. How's it going, Rach?
Okay.
Good. Audio and video fine. Great. Well, thanks for joining us for another Q&A. I have just remembered that in all of my setting up of another screen, I hadn't set up for the Cascadia competition that we need to do at some point. So there's going to be some drawing of that if you entered. If you didn't enter, it's too late. But there'll be another competition in October that we'll talk about maybe next week. Soon anyway. And there'll be, the recap will be next Friday, will it? Is it the 1st on Friday? It's the 1st of October, pretty soon. We'll be talking about all kinds of Essen-y things, Essen-y games and things that might be on the way at some point. Hopefully have some more word of the things that are going to be definitely coming up. Things that will be arriving. Thanks, Monica. You're a dancing bee in the forest. That's good. Were you a dancing bee, Rach?
No.
You get to be a dancing bee at school.
Haven't got time.
Yeah, you can't go wrong if you spent the day being a dancing bee. So, yeah, mainly been lately just making videos still. Just what it is all the time, isn't it? Been detecting a little bit. You've missed out on a detective case, Rach. An entire case for Detective City of Angels.
Never mind.
So I'll have to be the chisel
I'll
on that one.
catch up.
You won't be able to be the chisel on that one. Because I know the answer to it all. Well, that's... Yeah, it was kind of short anyway and abruptly ended. We seem very washed out, don't we? What side of the face is that? Is this light on too bright? We seem very pale. I think I turned it right up for a playthrough because it wasn't like reflecting too much on the game, but it's reflecting too much on us. And we don't need all the lights because I haven't got the green screen on. We don't need this crazy light on. What games from Gen Con am I most interested in? I haven't been through... I have been through the Essen and kind of releasing at the end of year list. I've been sending out emails and things very recently. I haven't really looked at the Gen Con things. One game that came up today. How is Firefox installing updates? It was just open. Firefox has closed itself, so it's not going to come up now, is it? What was that game called, Rach?
Which game?
Vagrant Song. I think this was at Gen Con. So let's see if my browser skills work at getting this up on the screen. It should come up. It did. So, yeah, this is on kind of the preview for Board Game Geek's end of the year releases and things. I just heard about this. If I should have made the... Let's zoom in on the browser a little bit. Eh? Make it all big. So it's kind of it's a cooperative kind of storytelling game where we are like we're stuck on a ghost train and we're fighting all kinds of bosses and things. So it's a great big narrative co-op adventure as well. There are I should make it so our mouse is on the screen as well. There's loads of scenarios, choices to make, evolving your character, all that good stuff. I like the art style they've gone for. I like how these kind of are they called haunts? The ghosts that are going to be tracking us down. There's some dice and stuff involved, but yeah, I don't really know much beyond the kind of preview link and what's on this page, but I think that sounds really cool. Hopefully at some point. I don't know how available it's going to be. I think this was a few copies were at Gen Con. I'm not sure how many. Whether it's going to be making it over here, when it's going to be making it over here. Who knows? But that sounds like a pretty cool thing. I just know that because I was looking that up. I noticed some people in the forum saying that not many were available at Gen Con, but some were, and maybe some are going to be at Origins because isn't that this week? Gen Con's just finished, and Origins is on the way as well. But yeah, Vagrant Song sounds really, really cool. There's been a few, like, obviously I didn't go through the Gen Con list this time, but for the Essen one, like for anything, there's usually 1,000 games on the Essen preview on Board Game Geek, and there's about, I think it's getting on for 400 now. So there's still plenty of games coming out, but with all of the COVID and the shipping and everything, there's going to be fewer games this year, but there's still some really exciting things coming out. But are any new big games coming in soon? Yes. Well, some are kind of, they're coming, but I haven't got like a tracking number. I haven't got anything in my hands, I don't think, that's like a brand new, like exciting release. But one thing that is on the way and will be coming up, I imagine early October, definitely before Essen, but hopefully a fair bit before Essen, is Messina 1347, the new game from Vladimir Succi, and I keep forgetting who the co-designer is, which is bad of me. I will have learned it by the time we're playing it. Raul Fernandez Aparicio. Almost there. So yeah, just basically new game from Vladimir Succi. I'm excited. And anything that he does, really. It's from Delicious Games, the company that they started with Underwater Cities. So since then they've done that, the expansion to it, Praga Caput Regni, and Monster Baby Rescue, a lighter game, but the others are on the heavier side. So this is inspired by like a historical thing, but it's also set in the time of a plague, and we're people that are trying to save people. We're trying to improve the town and stuff and get out while we can. But we want to improve things here and try and save the most people. So that sounds really cool. I have got a tabletop simulator mod for it as well. So maybe we'll get some practice in. You might really like this, Rach. You enjoyed Praga, though, didn't you?
Yeah.
You don't like a lot of Vladimir's games. Or you don't like them as much as I do. But Praga was a hit. It was the best game of last year, Rach. We should have seen on the Slicker Drips channel. But Underwater Cities was the best game of 2018? Is that when it came out? Yeah, I think it was 2018, wasn't it? Then the expansion was 2019, and then Praga was 2020. Yes, that is on the way. There are other exciting, hopefully pre-Essen-y things that will be coming, but they are like a load of things. It's about to get printed. We'll let you know when things are a bit more definite. But on that subject, that should be arriving some point, maybe early October as well, is, as Shiffy says, hi Shiffy, I'm not sure I said hi when you posted it, is Role Player Adventures. I know I didn't need to type that entire thing, it would have just come up, wouldn't it? But yeah, love Role Player and its art and its world and stuff. And this isn't really, well, you can use characters that you make in Role Player Adventures, but this is a great big kind of choose your own adventure style of game. I think in some areas like Australia have got their copies, but it's still just about to get over here for the UK. I think the last date that I saw was like the 11th of October, maybe. It's going to be on the way, and I group pledged for this, so there's going to be it's got to get to me from there. But yeah, a great big kind of, I don't want to say just choose your own adventure, but it says a big cooperative storybook game. I trust the designers and publisher of Role Player with stuff, and it looks like a massive box full of cool stuff. I'm really looking forward to that. Sleeping Gods is still hard to get, isn't it? They've been trying to get it reprinted. Should get your Kickstarter copy of Canopy. Have we talked about Canopy? Canopy? Well, no, I don't think I've seen Canopy. Unless we've talked about it before and I've forgotten about it. That looks really nice. Oh, Vincent Dutrait art. Vincent Dutrait did the artwork, by the way. I forgot to say it on the stream. I think he did the artwork for Detective City of Angels. Just amazing artwork. So we are card drafting to make the most bountiful rainforest. That sounds cool. I'm gonna. Well, this isn't the browser where I can subscribe to things, but I will subscribe and keep an eye on that. Monica, do you ever back any non-gaming campaigns? Are you backing Coffee Advent Calendar? Rach has gotten a tea Advent Calendar, but it wasn't anything to do with Kickstarter.
No.
I think they're gaming adjacent. There's some kind of. I don't want to say one thing because I don't think I told Rach about it. I think it will be a cool surprise. Generally, I backed a few kind of solo RPG things, not necessarily board gamey. I think generally it's been pretty gaming for a long time. There were those magic puzzles that we got earlier in the year that I backed quite a while ago, I think. Funky jigsaws with secret bags inside them. And, well, not really a story, but you could find things on them. You know, all the shapes were different and stuff. They were cool. We did 2 of them, didn't we? That's kind of... Is that board game... That's board game adjacent still, isn't it? Kind of jigsaws. And I backed a wet palette for painting miniatures. Long before I started painting miniatures again. But I am painting some things now. So it's all been worth it. And, oh yeah, there's a couple of, like, books... Like there was, it's from a gaming company from Inside the Box Games. Did Alba, an open world adventure book, you know, like a choose your own adventure kind of thing, but beefier. And there's one that I really wanted to try. Is it called Omniverse? There's a great big, like paragraph book game that I've seen and is completely unavailable now. But the author of that did one called Road Trip, so I backed that as well. But generally, the few things that I do manage to back tend to be games. And for things like role-player adventures, it's just like, especially if it's an American company and stuff, I'm sure it will come to retail at some point. I just really, really, really want to play it as soon as possible. The COVID situation in our end right now, it feels like everyone's forgotten about it, generally. I don't think... Like, the restrictions ended a while ago, didn't they? And...
Numbers are creeping up.
Especially like mask restrictions and stuff. It stopped being mandatory to wear masks, but generally places will say, please could you wear masks still? I feel like at the moment, like at the beginning, it seemed like most people weren't taking that on board and were just like, we'll keep wearing masks. I feel like now when you go to the shops, it's not like we go to a ton of places, but I feel like now it's stranger that you're wearing a mask. It seems a tiny minority now. I'm still wearing masks because I just think it's not even an issue to be wearing one, especially for a little trip to shops. It doesn't even affect me, and it's like it's second nature now to just have one in your pocket ready. But yeah, there's still that guy that's meant to be in charge of the country still barking mad things to get headlines that don't really mean anything. And numbers are creeping up because they've never had a plan. They don't know what they're doing, but they're still in charge. It's grim. It could be worse, couldn't it? The COVID-wise, it could be worse. But government-wise, could it be worse? You backed yoga cards. Oh, one thing that's kind of gaming adjacent that I'd like to mention as well is these River and Stone playing cards. It's a little pricey getting postage from America, like it is for anything, but Beth Sobel does gorgeous artwork. And recently, things like Calico, Cascadia, Verdant, she did the art for all those games. A ton of other beautiful games, and it's a deck of playing cards, but it's inspired by all of that kind of Cascadia region, all the animals of those regions, like absolutely beautiful things. And so, yeah, that's on Kickstarter. Get yourself a deck of cards. But yoga cards, what are they? Do I have a Grail game that I'm still trying to get hold of? Not really. I don't think... Will this... Oh, this button's mapped to the wrong thing, isn't it? Let me get my button working again. Will the button take us to the right place? There we go. I don't think generally there's a game that I was looking for, not that really sticks in my mind and that I've been wanting for a long time. The one that like I'd kind of been after Gumshoe, but I hadn't really been looking for it. So I talked about that on the detective stream and I think on the last Q&A and stuff. It's just an old detective game from the Sherlock Holmes Consulting Detective Designer. And it's because, like, it must have been a couple of years ago, at least now, Paul Grogan mentioned that he'd had one for years and years and never played it or something. It sounded cool. Eventually, I found a copy that wasn't a crazy price. It's not cheap, but, yeah, it's a game that hasn't been reprinted for, like, 40 years, so it's never going to be, like, a really easy one to get hold of. But generally, for a game, I don't think I really have that anymore. Like there used to be, like, it used to be constant of, like, mainly Stefan Feld, because now they're coming back in with the Queen Games reprints, but generally you couldn't get hold of anything like Bruges and Macau, all these games that are being reprinted basically, even 6 years ago or more, 7 years ago, when I was desperately trying to find them. They were all out of print then. So, like, they were the ones that I was desperate to get. And it was still a little bit more possible to, like, I think Macau was, like, a damaged copy from a Dutch website that had it really, really cheap. But I had to, print out things for all of it. I don't think that there are really, not that come to mind, something that I'm desperate to find at the moment. But I'm sure there's something that I've forgotten. And there will be games on wish lists as well that would have been put on there ages and ages ago, and I've now just completely forgotten about. I wouldn't say it's a Grail game, but I would like to try Obsession, because I've seen so many people talk about it, and it's just one of those games that seems to be, its popularity outweighs its print run, so it can never seem to land on a copy of it. But I think you might be into it theme-wise, Rach. I don't know how it's suggesting things on here, but make this big. It's like Downton Abbey game, Rach. That kind of theme.
Oh yeah, I'm really into that.
You love the Downton Abbeys. I don't know really much beyond that. Look at all of these people playing it. But I hear very, very good things. And it's got expansions and stuff. I think you could get a copy if you wanted one, but pricey because it's so scarce. Have I tried Lockup? No, we've never had Lockup, and that's designed by Stan Kodinsky, who co-designer of, like, Dice Hospital, designed Shadow Kingdoms of Valeria. Great game from this year. And yeah, I had it explained to me one Essen, and had, like, a prototype there. That it sounded cool. I vaguely remember, I might be wrong about this now, I vaguely remember thinking that the multiplayer might be a bit mean. But yeah, it's got a solo mode and stuff. It seemed pretty cool, but I haven't played that one. I still haven't played Cartographers either, but I have backed that, is it Cartographers Heroes? So I should be catching up on Cartographers a bit once I get that. I really enjoy the base role players though. You're back to solo Lord of the Rings RPG, a solo one. I've only really been, I've kind of dropped off it in recent months, but yeah, I hadn't even delved into the world, wasn't really aware of, like, solo RPGs and stuff. I played some Ironsworn earlier this year and watched a lot of playing of it. The channel Me, Myself and Die, I'd really recommend that. It's great. It's like a voice actor, but really into solo RPGs. It's great. Lord of the Rings RPG. Have you experienced that which game is this feeling when a new package arrives? Yeah, constantly. It's like, well, I don't think it happens too much that you just get sent a game that I had no idea was coming, but it's often quite hard to find out, like, what the thing is. I got a message today, and it's because like you get a message that it's just from some kind of, like, fulfillment company or shipment company. So, like, I've usually got no idea what is arriving, but it's always like it's a pleasant little surprise though. It's usually like if I've bought a game, usually like secondhand or something, I remember what that is. But I like with it doesn't work for the group buys. They've got their other positives. But that's a nice thing about Kickstarter as well. When I used to back things on Kickstarter kind of originally, I was constantly, checking up on things and constantly so excited about stuff like Gloomhaven first arriving from that first Kickstarter. I knew when Gloomhaven was finally getting here. But now for the ones that I've backed, I think I'm more like, we've got so much to play and stuff at the moment. I'm happier to let them be surprises now. We've backed some fantasy books. Oh, cool. Oh, you got a roll in one of the books. Oh, that's a good idea for a reward. I'm jealous of the people that are in board games. Although, I think it's still waiting to ship to, because they want all of the copies to be delivered before media get any. And I think North America's the last holdout, but Seize the Bean that I've been going on about for months and months and months will finally be here, and I am in that game. Which I'm still very grateful for. It's great. Yeah, still constantly wearing masks and don't really see why I'd stop at this point. It's like, generally, maybe I could understand like if you're indoors all the time and you're there all day, but if you're there for like an hour and stuff, I don't see what the downside of just popping a mask on for a bit is if you're all right wearing one. Yeah, Beto was great. Grail game was Yggdrasil for a while. Oh yeah, did that get? Is the reprint anything to do with that? Is it a reprint or is it a whole new game that's just got a similar theme of Yggdrasil? I think I remember Rado playing that, and it was like impossible to get years and years ago. But yeah, some people just put them on for like the max use price, and fair enough if you can't get one. They like that's the price, isn't it? The price is whatever anyone's willing to pay for one. You can't get hold of Tainted Grail. I see that come up a lot in the UK ones, of course, but like the Facebook groups for like buying and trading, I see Tainted Grail come up a lot. Is it just out of print at the moment? Oh, Rach, what are your top 5 games at the moment? Of all time, or just like, we'll say of recent games, Rach. When I say top 5, would you say what are 5 games that stand out to you in recent times?
Like new games? Don't know.
Yeah.
I don't even remember playing new games.
Don't you?
Played Dominion for like 3 weeks in a row.
Dominion?
Not Dominion. Descent.
So Descent would be
I'm
one.
very tired.
Played a lot of Descent.
Yeah. That's probably top 5.
Yeah.
But just because we play it all the time.
Yeah. But you like it though.
Yeah.
We're playing it a lot because you like it. What were we
Hadrian's
playing?
Wall, probably.
You enjoyed Hadrian's Wall?
Top 5, yeah.
What were we playing a lot before Descent?
Aeon's End.
Well, yeah, we did with our group. What were we playing a lot though
What were
before
we playing?
Descent?
Oh, Madara. I don't know what.
We did play Madara again a bit.
Oh,
Sword and Sorcery.
Mm.
We played a lot of Sword and Sorcery. You're not into Sword and Sorcery anymore, Rach.
It's been overshadowed. Wasn't
You weren't
It's
as
hard
good
to
as
enjoy something when I just keep rolling rubbish rolls.
you weren't as good as me at Sword and Sorcery. That's the problem.
Rolling fails
Yeah,
constantly.
yeah. Descent's a lot more forgiving about your rolls. You'll probably do something, but yeah, there's no miss in Sword and Sorcery. You might just roll.
Riverside's quite good.
Like Riverside.
Yeah, played that a couple of
Is that
times.
5?
I don't know. I wasn't
Come on with
counting.
another one, Rach.
I've got another one.
Vladimir-
Can't think that far back.
Vladimir Suchi's next game.
No.
We'll get on it. Let's do it. Let's open Tabletop Simulator right now. Get a game of it on. We could learn it. Where are we? So yeah, Descent generally. We've played a lot of Descent, haven't we? Between the 2 campaigns, we didn't play our campaign last week,
No.
but yeah, we started a 2-player campaign and then a 4-player campaign that are kind of running side by side. I'd say we must have played it for about 20 hours or something so far. And then it'll all have run out, and then what? I'd like to play Chronicles of Drunagor as well, but it's pricey and hard to get a hold of. Pricey because it's hard to get a hold of as well. Also because it's minis and stuff. Expensive minis. Obsession, an awesome game, one of your wife's favourite games. Looking forward to getting the latest expansion, the Useful Box. I think I should take it off the browser when we're not talking about a browser thing. Is the camera too low? Is the camera looking up at us?
It is a little bit.
It shouldn't be looking up at us, should it? Maybe I should just... If I put it above, it's going to be too high up, though, isn't it? That's the height it usually is at. But you can see that the shelves are diagonal, can't you? How do I solve that? Do I make the front a bit lower? Yeah, that's what I do. And then the shelves are a little bit wonky. So I do that. There we go. I got a really nice tripod now for this camera that would not move and I would never need to mess with it. But Marty, who isn't here at the moment, I don't think. Is he,
No.
Rach? There we go. That's making it darker as well. That I forgot the green screen setting was still on it. Yeah, Marty is constantly milling about, constantly knocking the camera out of the window. So I take it out of the window. He just walks around it in circles. You can see the microphone now. Yeah. And we're a little bit lower down now. I need like a halfway between these two angles for it to work.
Just small people.
Yeah. Well, I can sit up properly now. I can stop craning my neck and stuff. And hopefully it's looking right at us. I think it's looking... Is it backwards still? Forget about all of that. Let's just get on. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Obsession, though. I think that's what I was in the middle of saying. It's one of those that's like, it's about to get a reprint. Like, the boat is about to arrive with it, I think. But yeah, everything's just held up, isn't it? A bit of a take that situation going on, but there's also a solo mode for it. Yeah, I'd like to play the solo. That's like the benefit of any kind of game that I would usually ignore. Like, things that are kind of heavy on the auctions and stuff as well. Like, I could play... At least solo is there, and then we can just ignore all of those elements of it. Like, I don't mind if AIs are doing take that things. What do you think about a football management game, Rach? That's on... I don't think it is on Kickstarter, is it? That's Portal Games' latest big thing. A football management board game. You used to be a big football fan, Rach.
Forced football.
Stoke City
Forced upon.
season ticket holder. I used to. There's a tiny window in my life where I cared anything about football. But even the time that I didn't care about football, I played a lot of Championship Manager. Good at Championship Manager, H. More like 20 years ago. And then the good people went on to make Football Manager and Championship Manager. Once a good. Hey, there's a board game like that now, though. Where am I? Lock up. Yeah, we should get hold of it at some point because it is missing from our kind of role player universe playing. You can watch Dune at the cinema. Oh, is Dune out? One thing that I realised has come out, Rach, and we've made no plans for, is the Sopranos. Many Saints
I
of
thought that was next week.
Many Saints of Newark is out today. It's out now, and I realised either this morning or last night and looked up showtimes. We could have gone and seen it in about 20 minutes. So
We chose you guys.
yeah, we'll wrap this up and run down there. I think Chronicles is... Oh, and there's a new... It's supposed to be at Essen, right? There's a new, game in the detective series, uses that mechanism that is based in the Dune world as well. So loads of Dune happening at the moment, and that's tied in with the...
There's a TV show coming soon, isn't there?
As well. It's all tied in with the
maybe?
film, isn't it?
Maybe I'm just thinking of the film.
Feast for Odin. Alexander, man. Feast for Odin. Do you use table?
Feast for Odin?
What do you mean, Feast for Odin? Do you use Tabletop Simulator for playtesting of Kickstarters before they arrive? Generally not. I have, when, like, it's probably going to be a bit more prevalent as well because it's hard to get things here. Like, I will be doing a couple of games in October that it's just expensive and slow getting things to this country at the moment. So it's easier it's either going to be a tabletop simulator playthrough or it will be a print and play kind of playthrough. And like I said, for Messina 1347 is coming, but I've got, I could play it on tabletop simulator beforehand, which I'd like to do to get a practice. But generally, like as much as we used tabletop simulator last year, first lockdown time when we were doing it quite a bit, as much as we played it, you still never get that used to it. And Rach really doesn't like tabletop simulator at all. Really doesn't like playing digitally.
I need to hold things.
Have I done any more of the Hadrian's Wall solo campaign? I did Fort 2. I think it was like maybe the night after the stream, so it's been a little bit. I did Fort 1 again to see if I could do the extra criteria, get 20 points on anything. Had an amazing game of it. Didn't quite do it, but got my best score by miles. And then did 2 more attempts at Fort 2, the last one that I played and failed at. And failed it twice, doing worse than the playthrough, and then even worse the second time. So yeah, not closer to doing that. Because I think if we're doing it monthly, it's due like next week. I've got to pass Fort 2 to do Fort 3, haven't I? But historically, playthrough wise, I just lose at Hadrian's Wall on there. Now that there's targets to get, it's difficult. But sometimes, if you're going for things like markets as well, you got to hope for luck. Like the reason that I got such a good score on that first game, the markets, I just kept drawing different numbers every time I tried to do it, so it went perfectly well. Ready to break out Under Falling Skies campaign stuff? Oh yeah, that would be great. I think we only did a little bit of that when we had a game to do the playthrough with, didn't we? We had a special one that had all of the stuff kind of blanked out, so it wouldn't have any spoilers in the playthrough. But yeah, I think we did a couple of chapters just to see what it was like of the campaign mode, and it was really cool. If you like the original game. Is Anno 1800 on the horizon? It is behind us, maybe in that horizon. It's on the channel somewhere, I think. I hope I made it live. There you go. Browse time. There's John. John loves it. Am I there? There I am. There we go. You can go on YouTube, Board Game Geek. Here it is. I did a big 2-player playthrough. So you can see who's best at building ports and stuff out of me and Glass Marty. Marty, oh, he is underneath the...
Well, we'll leave him there and
Yeah.
grab him at the end.
We'll bring him up at the end because he will be annoyed and probably run straight off. Yeah, I've got rid of the microphone now. I was looking forward to the Hadrian's Wall campaign continuing. They are like pretty much they're amongst the most popular videos monthly, even though I've done like 4 or something now. Yeah, Game Found for 11, that's what it's called. Yeah, be interested in it. Even though, yeah, as I said, I couldn't care less about football, and I would say close to anti-football. Not even close. Yeah, I don't like football, but a Euro game based around the management of it, cool. Have we seen the Sopranos series? Yes, we've watched it actually. I think we watched almost all of it a couple of years ago, and then stopped, as you do, to move on to other things. And just had season 6 to watch, and we watched that fairly recently, like a month ago or something. Because I'd seen it.
Yeah, because we finished it and then watched The Shield.
Yeah, I'd seen it years and years ago, and Rach had never seen it. So this is Rach's first time at seeing it all. Still no spoilers for any of it, but yeah, wow. Crazy good.
We finished watching The Shield, didn't we?
Yeah, last night we finished watching The Shield. Another thing that I'd seen it before. Rach's first time watching it. Wow, so good.
Best thing I've ever seen.
I remember it being incredibly good, but yeah, time had dulled it a little bit, and especially like since then, seeing things like the whole run of Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul and stuff. Oh, Shield still stands up. Yes, but we have seen The Sopranos. It's great. Yeah, I did Forts. Yeah, I did Forts 1 and 2 in the playthroughs, and yeah, need to pass Fort 2 to continue. I think the extra bits that you can do in the campaign of like the optional goals, they are still so unreachable by such a long way. But yeah, one thing I want to do as well, that it does get mentioned sometimes on the streams, it should be on right now, the chat on the screen. For some reason it just won't come up. I've tried reinstalling the streaming program because I also can't schedule streams on here anymore, which is really inconvenient. But yeah, chat should be coming on screen because we're on Twitch and YouTube at the same time, and miss things off sometimes, or it looks like I'm just talking to nobody. You haven't backed a board game related campaign for nearly 3 months. Maybe you're getting better. I had a big period, but it was driven more by not being able to afford any Kickstarter campaigns for a long time. And can't really afford loads now, especially because of various things, and the Kickstarters themselves are massive. That yeah, they're expensive generally, and they're going to be great big boxes. Like I was showing Rach earlier, that Artisans of Splendor Vale, is it Splendor Vale? But it's new on Kickstarter from Renegade and designer Nikki Valens. Splendent Vale. I think it's Splendent Vale.
You did say Splendor and it was Splendent.
Yeah, that seems pretty cool. I'm not involved in doing a video or anything, but yeah, it looks like a pretty cool game. Kind of storybook and adventure without the kind of maybe the usual theming of it, the usual purpose of running around and killing things. Although it's a little bit vague on what like the actual story and content is. I'm kind of I'm very intrigued by it, and it's one of those that it's a great big box game, bit more of an unusual kind of game, isn't going to be going into general retail. I don't know what I was talking about then. Yes, I know 1800 is out there. And there is, you can see on Board Game Geek. It's linked in, if you find any of my videos on Board Game Geek, it's linked in the description of every video. That'll take you to the geek list there. And on geek lists, you can press titles only near the top of a geek list, and it's much easier to search for, like if I've done a video on something there. I think it's still a couple of pages to search through, but yeah, there's like 500. Monica, what is the smallest game in your collection and your biggest? Biggest is surely Gloomhaven still, right? I don't think anything's eclipsed Gloomhaven.
What do we mean biggest?
Do you mean like box size? I think Gloomhaven, box size, content, length of time playing it.
Does Gloomhaven have the biggest box?
No, I don't think. Like Midara has got
pretty hefty.
Midara's got a longer box, but I don't know. They would be similar maybe in volume.
And also in playtime, probably.
But yeah, I bet Gloomhaven's still beefiest. And I know that the Frosthaven box is even bigger, so it will be Frosthaven at some point. And I don't know where that's going to go. Smallest game?
Like Jaipur or something?
I think it might be like Pocket Dragons, which is just a small deck of cards. But there's got to be something dicey that's even smaller than that.
Well, we've got loads of small games, haven't we?
Yeah, I think that might be the one. I think of like something that's in like a tiny
The
box.
B-Dice game.
B-Dice?
And I'm just looking at that box and it's got a B on it. Oh, it's a lobster. That little box there.
Oh, the Friends trivia game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it might be the friend. It might be the Friends trivia game. Yeah, but I think at one time it would have been Rory's Story Cubes. I don't think we've got that anymore. So that's just like a little clamp box with some dice in it. But hey, that's probably the smallest. We haven't really got any minute games. I'm sure there's like a game about where it just uses like
Yeah, we've got them
a
little
die.
the little envelopes.
Oh yeah, there's
With
there's
one
like a load
dice
of
and one pencil, and then a little pack of sheets.
there's a load of roll and writes from NSV.
Yeah. They are definitely the smallest game in both size and probably not length actually.
Yeah, they are cool roll and write games. I can't remember what the series is called, but if we look at the most recent NSV games, they will be up here. These are the new ones that are coming soon. Everything on one card is great. Hashi is great. Where are they? Here they are. Honeymoon, Hungry Hamsters,
Hungry Hamsters
and
with a
Thread
top.
Count.
And there's one more. I think it's a space one.
But this one, Vol Wade.
Oh yeah, the sheep one.
Putting sheep into fences.
That was a good
So like
one.
the game itself, like how you will get it, is just this paper pouch that's got a trifold of rules that you tear out, and inside the box is a roll and write pad, one die, one pencil. Very, very small footprint game. You know, like kind of eco. Doesn't need a box or anything. We've also got Sprawlopolis and Tussie Mussy that are in their Quinid Games publishing, so they've got a little box. But if we'd got them in the original like Button Shy, they come in tiny wallets because they're like 18 card games, so they would be pretty tiny as well. Hey, Necro Daddy, all my letters got confused. Thank you. I'm glad you like the videos. I'm sorry that we're going through all of the chat in order. Sorry that we're neglecting Twitch. But I can see it all. Yeah, Blood Bowl. I never played Blood Bowl Team Manager. I had it for a while. It's one of those things that just dropped off for some reason. I said take that off again. Have I read any Joe Hill, aka Stephen King's son? I have read. Well, I have audiobooked. I've read to Horns. I think around the time that the film came out, and then I never saw the film. That was some years ago now, though. I don't really remember it that well. I've got Heart-Shaped Box to read. I haven't read it yet.
I've seen season 1 of Lock and Key.
Oh, have you, Rach?
Yeah, you haven't.
Have you read the... It's a comic book, right? Lock and Key. But no, I've read Horns, and I will at some point in the future be reading Heart-Shaped Box. But when I say some point in the future, there's so many books that need to be read. And I've taken on an enormous Beatles book. I'm getting through it, though. It's like 1,800 pages. I am 400 and something pages in. It's 1957. They've nearly all met. A swimming game would be cool. I have a big carrot with a designated game room in it, holding you off back in any games. Nice. Thought about adding a third camera. Me videoing the video. Yeah, there should be some kind of making of thing. I think like there should be like I would like loads more cameras because I want it really like crisp and clear, everything. And sometimes like the text gets all fuzzy and stuff. It's just the more stuff that you put in here. This is still a room that we are in, like at times when like it's the computer room as well as the filming room. And there's already like a kind of oppressive amount of poles and wires and things everywhere. But I would like cameras everywhere, loads of different angles, loads of different zooms and stuff. And of course, cameras are crazy expensive. But I think like it would be cool just having like zoom out, zoom out, zoom out. You can click all these different things. YouTube should have like options as well where you can click angles and it doesn't need to be separate videos. Yeah, there was, I can't remember what that was called. Was it called Synchronized or something like that? There was a swimming themed game. Hope it comes back. Flamme Rouge but swimming. Yeah, pretty cool. A racing game. Oh, a competition swimmer. That would be perfect then. I want a game about making videos about board games. Do you want a teaching game, Rach? A game that doesn't even have a box because it's a pre-assembled numbered prototype game. Oh, cool. It'd just be like components in like a brown box and things. And maybe that's, maybe some prototype would have counted. No, they wouldn't be smaller than just like a couple of cards, I don't think. They would be like the tiniest things. Hey, Legends DM, how's it going? Asmodee selling for $2 billion. Want to go halves? I'll just be the face of it. Someone else will have to be the money man. I could get sorted for being in charge of Asmodee. Get ready for Euros. Fantasy Flight is going to become the Euro company. They can still make Descent though. Descent's great. Chlorination was the swimming game on Kickstarter. There's a game about stacking board. Oh, is it Shelfie? Is it called Shelfie Stacker? It is, right? I did that recently. Yeah. Do you mean Shelfie Stacker? It's done by Shem Phillips. It is a dice placement, dice drafting kind of game about having board game collections and stuff. It's cool. I enjoyed it. It's a lighter game than others from like Shem Phillips, but it's a cool game. Where's my mouse? Legends DM, you got Dune Imperium, Dungeon Party, Legendary Annihilation, Marvel Champions, Anniversary Lord of the Rings, and Star Clicker. Wow, that's a lot. you've got until Sunday to play them. What is Star Clicker? I don't think I've seen that. I hear a lot about Dune Imperium. I think our friend's confirmed it, hasn't he, that it would not be our kind of game.
Yeah.
It's too mean.
And long.
But oh cool, I haven't seen this. Oh, one thing I would like that has recently come out is Dice Miner. It's like a light kind of game where like I'll click on it in a sec, but that is kind of cool. Christoph Rambo, why is his name familiar? Oh, designer of Colt Express. He designed something else as well that I'm thinking about. Maybe not. Colt Express is cool though. That's a little bit mean too, but it was a great like filler game when we used to go to the board game club, wasn't it? And we had it for a little bit. You keep going off screen, Rach.
Because when you move to this screen, the camera is in a slightly different position.
Gotta roll with it, Rach. Star Clicker. A cooperative game where you embody a pilot kid trying to save its planet from an alien attack. Click and reveal one of the 9 buttons and do its action. Move forward a tile, shoot, make a quarter turn or joker. That sounds cool. Ooh, I like the look. That sounds cool. I should be making tabs for these things. I'm not signed in on this browser. I'll make a note of it. Has it come out yet? It's got some videos. Seems to be like videos in French, and then a trailer. It's coming out from Ludenote. Not really any threads about it. I'll leave that tab open. I'll keep track of that. That sounds really cool. Is Dungeon? Did we have Dungeon Party? Is Dungeon Party the dexterity one? Or was that Dungeon Fighter? It was a big dexterity dungeon crawling game. Do you remember that?
Yeah, well, if you searched it up, we would see what it looks like. And
I didn't use tab though. You must mean Dungeons and Dragons.
You must mean.
Yeah, I'm thinking of Dungeon Fighter. Dungeon Party though. A fancy role-playing game played with coasters and a coin. Oh, cool. All the aspects of an RPG adventure playable with a die. Oh, is it a new Gen Con game? Oh, cool. A load of these things that like it'll take ages for these to head over here. Yeah, really enjoyed Colt Express, so I'll look out for that. Like, I think things are taking longer than ever to make it over here now. Yeah, we had Dungeon Fighter for a while and a couple of expansions for it. I think that would have been years ago now because we bought it when we had our regular game shop. Didn't we? We bought it from there. That's where we got expansions and things from. I don't really remember the kind of actions that we did, but I remember it being fun and chaotic, but kind of like Hugh Monaco, it wasn't fun enough to keep. But I think it's coming back in some form, I think. I think how can I get this on screen? I need to get. I need to get a window on screen, but it's not go all wrong. Bear with me. Because before I forget, we need to do a kind of draw for the Cascadia competition. Will that work? Yeah, we'll do that. I'll make it kind of small. Like, yeah, I would about doing competitions and stuff about privacy and things, but you've got to say who's won it and stuff, haven't you? And it feels like it makes more sense. I was going to just draw it the other day, and Rach told me to wait until it was live, so people could see it being drawn.
So everyone knows you're not fibbing.
No, I've got a Cascadia though. I don't need a Cascadia. Are you in Hawaii? Oh, they're just out. Oh, right. Yeah, I think it takes a little while for them to get over here at the moment, and it always took a while for them to come out. They came out. Anything from America, there's usually a delay for it coming out in England. A new Golem edition of Equinox. Oh, cool! They're doing that like for Century. They did that with all the Century games, didn't they? That's cool. Hey, Tech2674, how's it going? There are questions on YouTube and Twitch. Oh, thanks for following as well. There are questions on YouTube and Twitch. If anyone on either platform is wondering who I'm talking to, and at some point, chat on screen will start working. Probably not during this stream. Did you ever experience culling a game from your collection and then regret it? Yes, all the time. I regret getting rid of a lot of games.
But you bought back Mage Knight.
Yeah, I bought back Mage Knight.
Mystic Veil.
Very glad I got back Mage Knight. Yeah, some games, I wouldn't say Mage Knight. Mage Knight was different in that just Mage Knight is really complex, and if you only play it once a year or once every 2 years, you will have to relearn the entire complicated game all over again. Mystic Veil was more, we played Mystic Veil and really enjoyed it, and you can probably see like the original playthrough. I did a playthrough in like 2017 when that came out. Really enjoyed the concept and the game and everything. And then the first expansion came out, just added a few more cards and stuff. And I think we just overplayed it. New things were arriving. Kind of like, oh, done with Mystic Veil. And then it was kind of last year. I think another one of those times where it was when my shoulder was poorly and stuff. And I was playing loads of like digital games more. Played loads and loads and loads of Mystic Veil. The Steam implementation of it, or I imagine it's the same on all of the platforms, and then eventually got that back and then got everything for it because a lot has come out for Mystic Veil since, and it's been requested. Was it you, James, that requested it? It is coming at some point. I did I was getting it out the other day to see like how much is involved in the Nemesis mode, the solo mode that came with that expansion, and like, is it going to be possible to do it? Like, I think it might be a stream coming up soon, but yeah, Mystic Veil will be on its way because it's great. Edge of Darkness is another one, the kind of sister game of Mystic Veil that got decent votes, but not enough to ever get it to be one of the playthroughs. But I think that's going to need a bit more investment to get that to the point where I can just stream it or make a playthrough of it. But yeah, so sometimes like there's a lot that I get rid of. Just it's all space. Like everywhere pretty much is full of games, and it needs not to be quite so full of games. But I don't think, yeah, it's been okay lately, hasn't it? Doesn't been too much arriving.
No.
Yeah, I regret a lot of things, but you can't have them all. They're too big.
We need another house.
Do I have the Star Trek re-implementation of Mage Knight? No, I did have it. We got it in America. in 2016.
And we played it in America.
Yeah, we played it on the floor of the hotel because there wasn't a table.
Tipping it down with rain.
Yeah, one of the many times of Florida where there's just a thunderstorm and you've got to just do nothing for a few hours. Yeah, we played. We learned and played Star Trek Frontiers. And it's great. Like, I'm not like I like Star Trek, but beyond like a couple of those new films and some episodes of like the original series, I wouldn't say that I could call myself a big fan of it. I haven't seen enough of it. So I imagine like loads of references and things. It's all next generation, right? In Frontiers, I imagine a lot of references and in jokes and stuff are lost on me, but I really enjoyed the little tweaks and things to it. It did simplify it a bit, as much as you can simplify Mage Knight, but it was a really nice implementation of it. And I think we eventually got rid of that for the same reason that I got rid of Mage Knight. And yeah, it then got Mage Knight back. Did a few playthroughs of it actually on the channel. Need to do one at some point before it all slips away. But Essen's coming up now. There's going to be games need to be played in time for that. So Mage Knight will probably slip away again. We sold Ticket to Ride and brought back Ticket to Ride Europe. Well, yeah, and selling Elfenland and getting Elfen Road. It wasn't like Elfen Road, like it had like tons of expansions and stuff, or like other like modes and stuff built into it. And Ticket to Ride Europe is basically like Ticket to Ride with like those improved station modes and stuff in as well, isn't there? So you got improved versions. Yeah, Star Trek Frontiers is the Mage 91. It is. They are beefy games to learn, but I'm pretty sure Star Trek Frontiers was the same. Mage Knight comes with a really great walkthrough. It's dense. There's a load of tiny text, but it's full of examples. And it just walks you through bit by bit. Put the tiles in numerical order and reveal them. Oh, you found this. Here's how they work. And then the next tile. Oh, now you found this. Here's how that works. So it's introduced to you in a very, very nice way. Have you ever played Quad Heroes? We have. We've played Quad Heroes at various points in various configurations. Only in its co-op form. I think that was kind of the conclusion for Quad Heroes, that just like it's such a cool system. If you haven't seen it, it's like these cubes called quads, and they've got different actions relating to the face that's up on the table, and they kind of roll around, and then whatever face is up is the action that they do. We only played it like cooperatively. I think loads of it was about kind of the fun of having a race and knocking each other out of the way and stuff and getting in each other's way, and that's not really like our style ultimately. But there's loads of scope for scenarios and stuff that you could do with it.
In the tutorial, didn't we?
Yeah, the tutorial is just a race,
yeah.
But then the actual co-op scenarios didn't work as well. Yeah, there's more content in Elfen Road. I think we had Elfen Road briefly. I don't really remember anything about it. I think Rach had Elfen Road.
Shoe or something.
A shoe? Oh, she's not very afraid. Oh, cool. Does Ignacy rule? I don't know. Does he? He's nice. He's nice to me sometimes. He sends me things. So yeah, why not?
He's a nice guy.
Yeah. I can't say that I know him beyond brief emails and brief meetings at Essen. But yeah, would anyone at Essen recognise anyone anymore? No, it's been off for a year. Well, 2 years, really, isn't it? I played this War of Mine this year. Really enjoyed, but it's kind of dark. It's very dark, isn't it? That's what, like, I'm pretty sure that was kind of my video about it. That like, it's such a good game, and it's such like an important game, and like a really well done story and stuff. But the actual experience of it, intentionally, is very, very dark and very, very grim. And like ultimately, I don't know what time I would want to experience that, really, which seems like, you know, like ducking out and like a get out clause, but that's kind of ultimately the way that I felt about it. It needs a lot of kind of emotional investment from you, like, to play it. But it's a very dark game, but a very cool game. Hi, thanks for watching, Shiffy.
Bye.
We'll have to be going soon to make some food, I imagine. But shall I see if this works? Are we going to aircon? Hopefully. Say that every year. But yeah, there's a reason we didn't go last year. Was it on this year? I don't think it was on this year, was it? 2020. It was on like the week before the lockdown, wasn't it? So that was one that we had intended to go to, but as it got closer, it was like, all this stuff's happening. We're not going to any conventions. I hope so, because yeah, I've always heard. I've never been, and always heard from people that do go that it's a great convention. I was saying to someone that I was emailing today that's thinking about doing UK conventions for the first time, that the UK Games Expo is the biggest and loads of the publishers are there, but I hear amazing things about Aircon all the time. Can I get on the browser? So I have it hidden away a little bit. Where's it gone? Is it where we're small? Let's make me small again. Ah. Where's that other source that I put on? That's got the entrance. Oh, here it is. So it's when we're big. So I have got down here a secret spreadsheet of everyone that entered the Cascadia competition. And if I can get a website up, the random number generator. So this, I don't know how regular this is going to be, but yeah, we did a competition at the start of September that ran for a couple of weeks, where you could enter and win a copy of Cascadia. How do I make it small? And yeah, anyone could enter, and if you're a patron, you got 2 votes. You got 2 entries.
I bet you haven't even brought it up here, have you?
Cascadia?
Yeah.
Do I need
Just to flash it off.
Well,
it's too late now.
You can get my copy. It's all boxed up downstairs.
Oh, I see.
It's in the box that it was sent in, ready to go somewhere. So I'm going to trust random.org to come up with a random number for me. How many, including people that got entered twice. Monica, you're in there, right? 39. So positive that is for next competition. There is definitely a competition lined up for October. Maybe more than one, but we'll see how everything goes.
Are we doing a little drum roll?
So yeah, if what I'm saying is, it for next month, if you enter, pretty good odds of winning there, especially if you're a patron and you get double entries. Going to do a drum roll, Rach.
Well, that won't be very loud.
I think it will be very loud. You're coming out very loud on that.
You're too slow.
So
that's it. The drum roll's been.
Yeah, I was going to say you could do it. I was going to say you could do the click, but you can't actually see the mouse on this screen.
It's fine.
So the winner is 8. So an early entrant.
Who's number 8?
Who is number 8?
This is exciting.
How do I make? Oh, here we go. So, we're going to scroll past a load of people that haven't won it though, which seems cruel.
Sorry, everybody.
But number 8 is Jose.
Can't see it.
Oh, you can't see? I can see on this screen. Jose.
Ruined. Hey.
You will be informed, Jose. You win.
Woohoo!
It's a patron.
And no one saw my thumbs up because you've covered my face.
There we go. There's a. So there's the Q&A, everyone. Yeah, we need a smoother system for next time. I don't know how people do competitions and stuff. It seems a good way of doing it. Just get a random number, and that's kind of the spreadsheet with people's personal details removed. Well, their emails. But yes, I'll get in touch with Jose after this.
It's like your credits, isn't it? The names.
Yeah. I have to put like. Well, it seems obvious, doesn't it? That like if you're entering a competition, your name might be said out at some point, and yeah, to make sure there's no impropriety, it's we'll do it all live. So yeah, Jose, you win Cascadia. There will be. No, I'm not going to reveal what the next competition is. We'll reveal
1st of October.
Reveal that next week. What the competition is going to be, but I would like. Yeah, maybe it could be some kind of Essen bonanza, but we'll have to see what happens with all of that.
I might know a little cool thing you could use that I use at school.
Oh, is there
It's like a little game show thing. And you put people's names on it, and then it like
how many entries could that have then?
As many as you want. You just put a
okay. Oh, like it's a digital thing.
They're like
Yeah.
a spinner.
I thought you meant you had a real one.
Oh no.
Because you can get them from like IKEA, can't
Yeah,
you?
but
you would be
you
limited.
only fit like 20, maybe 20, 25, and I've got a class 30, so
Yeah, that would be cool.
it's not enough.
Yeah, we'll do that next time. And then I won't have to log into Google and stuff and put my Chrome on it. Yes. Are you at a hotel for a game event when you went into lockdown last year? Yeah, that's what aircon was like. I think it was aircon, and then I think the Monday, it feels like the lockdown was right after it. It felt really, really close. Oh, you missed the competition? Well, there will be. Yeah, next Friday. Tune in, and there'll be a competition. And everyone watching, especially if you're on YouTube and stuff, like the video and comment on it and stuff, and subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to help support the channel and support all of these competitions and playthroughs and stuff happening, patreon.com/slickerdrips. You will get more entries into the competition. And yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to do like a Patreon friendly competition, because it's open to everyone, right? Because if the competition was just for patrons, they don't allow that. But if you have like an art competition, say, do the best drawing, you can do that. So like I was thinking of like, oh, play a game and whoever gets the best score. But yeah, everyone could just say I scored 9 million. Not that you would, I know you're all honest, but something might happen in the future. But yeah, we'll get that wheel thing for next time. Rodder uses a nice tool for a randomizer. Is it like a Wheel of Fortune thing? Because that's what Rach is suggesting there. Yeah, cheers, Jose. We won a game a couple of days ago called The Key by Harbour. Oh yeah, those like, are they? I don't think they're like teen things, aren't they? They're not like children's games like Harbour usually make, but I don't think like they're not like the difficulty of like an exit game, are they? They look kind of cool. I want to get on that. Next game is my personal copy of Mage Knight. Well, yeah, I haven't had it that long. I haven't got like didn't Paul give away like a signed copy of Mage Knight with like a lot of extra stuff? That would have been through loads because he designed the things. Recount, you're only there once. Oh no, I'm sorry. I'll put you in an extra time for the next one, providing you want to be in the next competition. Sorry about that. I thought I got everyone in. I'll have to open it again and show everyone's name. Oh yeah. I might do the next entry as a Google form as well, rather than emailing me, where everyone can say whether you're a patron or not. Because like some people said, and maybe like there's a good chance that you did and I didn't put it on there. But yeah, a Google form would sort that all out for me, wouldn't it? Yeah, it's like a deduction kind of game. Hey, Helena. You join us for some Q&A in. Yeah, I've thought about that. Like, I could put like my personal copy of something in, but it feels nicer doing like a new, like a sealed kind of game. Because otherwise it would feel like, oh, am I getting rid of... Oh, am I just giving away games that I didn't want as prizes?
Well, people wouldn't mind that.
Maybe not. But then at the same time, am I saying that I didn't like the game enough to keep it, so now it's a competition prize?
Maybe we're saying that it's not one of our favourite games.
Saying it's so good you would want
space.
to. It's so good you would want to win it.
But maybe you want to have the shelf space.
Yeah, we'll do so. Things are always improving. It's only the first time I've tried a competition. It went smoother than expected, but yeah, it's still bumpy. And yeah, I forgot on the day that I was announcing the competition to do all of the details of it. It's like it's one of the reasons that I haven't done a competition. And it's like weird that like you're supposed to like go on all social media and stuff, aren't you, and promote it loads and get loads of entries. And it is kind of done. It's kind of like a reward for people for watching there. So I'd rather that people that were watching anyway got it. But at the same time, people that do watch and just didn't happen to watch the few videos it was on. Yeah. You can mention it too little and too much.
Are you saying tweet more?
It got posts everywhere. I'll never. It's been years and years now, and I've never managed to tweet more. Tweet less, if anything. Things are better not being on. Generally on social media very much. Things are nicer. There's some very, very nice people on social media, but social media is designed to not be a very nice place usually. Thanks for the Shield recommendation. Well, yeah, I think you will know from the first episode whether you want to carry on with it or not. It's not like a.
You will want to watch it as well.
Say anything, even things that I absolutely love, like The Sopranos and Breaking Bad. I wouldn't blame anyone for kind of switching them off on their first couple of episodes, maybe longer than that. But they need like more time to set things up and get people growing on you. But yeah, the Shield don't waste any time. Have I ever done a tour of my game room? I think I did something ages ago at the old house. I thought about like the shelves have never been sorted out here really, because a lot of them are just the way that they were when we moved here last year. They were just kind of like put onto the shelves in one great big go, just to get them all out of the way.
Not even by you.
No, not even by me. But yeah, I should do that. The tour of the game room is more just like you can see a lot of it here. But yeah, it would be nice to see like kind of the setup and stuff. It's not like there's a great big high tech thing. You can see if I'm filming a very reflective game, you can see the camera and the pole and stuff that it's on. But I should do something like that at some point. Does BGA or Tabletopia support tournaments? I think they do some for their games. I wanted it to be a tournament of the game that would be given away, but I don't think it will work. And it's another thing where like, is all of the effort being put into that? Is it going to just end up taking loads and loads of time? Whereas you could just do a normal. You could just do a. You could just do a normal competition. Oh, you don't need the game. I'll show you watch more Twitch than YouTube. Oh, thanks for watching. Well, I'm on Twitch as well. Streaming at least once a week. I could guess how many games are in the background. Yeah, I suppose you could pause it and find and count it all. But actually, there's games hidden behind other games. Yeah, it might surprise you how many are in there.
You could just do, instead of games in the Kallax, you could actually do a jelly bean in the jars and count the jelly beans in the jar.
It's got to be board game-ish.
And then on stream, we can then slowly count out the jelly beans.
That's an interesting idea, actually, because I think that would be allowed on Patreon. I think you're not allowed to do it basically because of like the laws in certain places. Like a raffle where it's just like you say I'm entered and it's just drawn randomly. Like if you had to pay to get in, that's classed as gambling, like in certain states of America and imagine other places in the world. That's classed as gambling, and so it's like subject to gambling laws. So Patreon are just like, don't deal with any of that, just don't do it. So if it's open to everyone, if you didn't have to become a patron to enter, that's okay. So the Cascadia thing's okay, but you could do a competition like they talk about like an art competition or like tell the funniest joke or something like that. If it's not just drawn randomly, if it's judged, then that's allowed. So yeah, you need to do an art competition, and then Rach doesn't need to draw a new Marty.
But then who judges?
Yeah, and it gets all messy, and then like you're using other people's art for things. I don't really want to do that. Yeah, it's all strange, isn't it? It's a strange new world. Or a jar of meeples or dice in a jar, yeah, that would work. Which used your small games to play code names. Oh, that would be cool. Like how Pictures works, but just with like box arts of games. That's a good idea. But yeah, there will be. I imagine, like check next week. On Monday, there'll be the post, as there is every week, of what will be coming up in the week. I imagine, unless something changes, next Friday is the 1st, right, of October. I imagine the recap will be live on Friday. To talk about all the games I did this month, the games I hope are coming up next month. It'll be a bit of a weird vote next month because I don't think the Essen games will be, like, the games that I might be getting sent ahead of Essen, they probably won't be on the vote, because if I'm getting sent them to make a video in time for Essen, they're not going to be subject to, oh, am I going to make this? I'm already going to do them. So, yeah, maybe it'll be, which old game do you want to see that I've got time to do in between all of these Essen things? Hey, we need a vote, though. So, yeah, there'll probably be the recap. It'll have all that in, and it will have some kind of competition announcement and excitement. And, yeah, there might be more stuff happening in between then and now. Maybe there'll be some developments on that score. But shouldn't blow it all in 1 month either. I like it having as well. It's true of next week's competition, but I like that Cascadia as a competition as well. I really, really like Cascadia. And I like it being something that's not just... It is, of course, any competition is like part of promotion and stuff, but it's a game that I can like genuinely say, yeah, it's a great thing to win. And it's true for Octobers as well. Hey Stubbsy, how's it going? You join us pretty much, I think, unless anyone's got a question. You join us pretty much at the tail end of the Q&A. You can watch back though.
It is the Marty part.
Oh yeah.
We can coax him out.
It may well be the most exciting part of the live stream. Oh, he knows what's happening.
Don't you run away.
He's on the move. He's Oscar Mike. He's not. He was, for the detective stream the other day, he was actually on camera for the first time in months, like in his Marty Camp space. But there he is. He's hungry, so he's being all nice. And Marty come for a little visit. There you go. Do his best. He'll maybe walk in front of the camera, swishing his tail right in front of it, and not let you see his face, but disrupt the camera. There you go. Not much of one. There you go. Just whacking the camera. Oh, yeah. Just the camera's a little bit too high up to catch him on the table. Or he's just slinking down low enough that you can't see him on there at all. Yes, Cascadia, absolutely beautiful. Such a simple idea. Sure, like Calico's more complex and brain-burning, but yeah, lovely, simple, elegant systems. Fantastic games. Stream board games. You had a spontaneous beach stream first time a couple of days ago. Oh, cool. Yeah, get into streaming things. It's real Marty. He is trying to get into the window and...
Behind the camera.
Yeah. He will go behind the blinds where the camera is. It's already actually been pushed a little bit, I think. He will, as he does constantly, push the camera out of the window. So I have to remember constantly, like, when I'm not here and looking at it, it has to come out there because Marty's going to knock it out. I know you'll get extra food if you join us on stream. Say hello to everyone. He won't even look. Avoiding the camera's gaze at any costs.
Leave me alone.
Well, there we go. A grumpy visit from Marty, and his tail's coming back. Having a clean now. He's been picked up when he didn't want it. There we go.
Come and do some breakdancing.
Yeah.
I'd love to see that, Marty. Come on.
He's figuring out how to get off the table now. There we go.
Bye, Marty.
So there we go. Grumpy Marty face. Although it's dinner time for him as well. So, and he knows that. It's all he's been thinking.
That's why he got up when I got up.
Yeah. It's all he's been thinking about all day. So yeah, anything other than food is just going to annoy him at this point. So there we go. Thanks for... Oh, hi Jeremy. How's it going? What games am I coming in for Essen? It's not the end.
A little cheeky question.
Let's see what is... Well, I mentioned earlier that... Where have I gone? Oh, I am still up. What I mentioned earlier that's definitely coming up very soon is Messina 1347, co-designed by Vladimir Suchi. Riverside is already up. That will be an Essen release, but isn't there just yet. Things that maybe Welcome to the Moon, like Welcome to Las Vegas. Welcome to the Moon is the latest one that's got like a campaign mode and solo stuff, and seems really, really cool. And I like the other Welcome Tos anyway. And Bad Company, a kind of heist game from Aporta Games, I really like in the past. Golem might be on the way. It's all kind of up in the air, that like we're waiting for them to be printed, or maybe they're in transit. So yeah, none of them are here just yet, apart from Riverside, that's all up and done. But yeah, Golem, new from Cranio Creations, and Simone Luciani, Flaminia Brasili, and I'm missing someone off and feel bad. Let's get it up. Basically, new Euro from Cranio Creations, but it's the same team. Who am I forgetting? Virginio Gili. Sorry, Virginio. Same design team as Grand Austria Hotel, as Lorenzo Il Magnifico. Amazing Euro games. And yeah, the strange theme based on this Golem of Prague from like I was going to say the past. Of course it's the past. From the 16th century. Yeah. That sounds really cool. And things that, like, I don't know that they're on the way. I was talking about Vagrant Song. I don't think that's an Essen game, but I would really like to look at that. It seems really cool. Board and Dice have got some good stuff out. Yeah, I'm not sure what is going to be heading here, what's going to be here in time as well, because there's going to be some stuff that I'll be able to get afterwards. Yeah, who knows who wants to send stuff. It's hard getting things here these days. I haven't got... Welcome to the Moon should be here Monday, I think. I think it might well be a French one. Because I'm not sure if others are ready yet. There's a lot of stuff that's like... Yeah, like we were saying earlier, that there's a truncated list this year. It's usually like well over 1,000, isn't it, on the preview? And it's like getting on to 400 now, so bearing in mind the circumstances, there's still a lot of stuff coming, really. Still lucky to get that many things. And some exciting stuff as well, I hope. Yeah, loads of unpredictable stuff. On Man vs. Meeple, right? Join Jeremy. Live. Are you doing some Welcome to the Moon? I imagine so. I hope so. I'm really looking forward to that. Wonderment Games won't be at Essen this year. Yeah, there's a load of... I'm not able to go, unfortunately. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of kind of empty spaces, isn't there, at Essen? And it's going to be a strange one, like everything is. Like I think Gen Con seemed like... I don't really know what it was like to be there, but it seemed more like a general Gen Con, right? They enforced masks and things. And Essen are enforcing masks and vaccination proof and all that good stuff. But yeah, there's noticeable absences, isn't there? And I imagine like there's uncertainty about travel and what you can get sent there, and if you're even going to be able to get your games printed and shipped and there in time. It's hectic and strange and bizarre for publishers, I imagine, trying to organise all of that stuff. And like big things like Asmodee aren't going to be there, right? Like I think they announced that a while ago. And Asmodee are usually, I mean, they were, you haven't been there since 2017, but even in 2017, Asmodee were, and have grown since then, like half of Hall 1. I don't know if it is Hall 1, but like the one that you go into first, the enormous Essen Hall, it's pretty much the Asmodee Hall, and then we go over to some stalls on this side. Like they're not going to be there. I imagine like Essen have got all of that covered, and it's still going to be huge, and it's still going to be amazing. But yeah, there's going to be some uncertainty and some missing people. You're about to learn Riverside from me. Oh great, you can play along, Jeremy. There's a link to the player sheet in there, and I hope, like I should have done this, made a bigger deal about the play along part to begin with, but I was just excited playing the game. I want to do a live stream at some point soon and do a proper everyone can play. I was talking to Eilif about it. We'll put the board up so everyone can just have a separate thing of looking at the setup of the board and where the boat is and stuff. Yeah, that'd be grand. I hope. You're supposed to go to your first Gen Con last year. Oh, your first con last year, and it got cancelled, and this year is a no-go. Yeah, I'm thinking next year is more likely the year for us as well. Like for the UK Games Expo happened and stuff, but yeah, it seemed too soon and too uncertain to go there. Although they did end up putting more restrictions and things in the end. Yeah, it just didn't feel right this year for UK Games Expo anyway. I'm hoping, like, Aircon's like March, right? I'm hoping that we'll be able to get there, that things will feel right, and it will be great. But luckily, there'll be games coming in the meantime, and we'll hopefully have a really good time from it. Just keen to get dinner ready, aren't we? You keen to go, Rach?
No.
So I was wrapping things up and then started talking again for ages.
No.
So, I was about to go. Thank you very much for being here, everybody. We'll be back. Well, Rach will be back again, I imagine, for the Q&A next time, unless there's a game that demands Rach be in the playthrough. It's not really time, is there? Generally for you to be in a playthrough at the moment.
End of October is half.
Maybe in half term. Maybe there'll be some kind of Essen game. Because, like, yeah, hopefully I'll do some streams or something. I don't think like all weekend, because there's weekend things to do. But yeah, there'll be some kind of maybe like streams of Essen related games and stuff for that weekend. Who knows? We'll sort that out nearer the time. But after Essen, when Rach is on holiday and stuff, there'll probably be a Q&A. That's when the Q&A will be. But there'll probably be some kind of playthrough involving Rach as well at some point. Maybe we'll finally do Gumshoe. I'm excited. As everyone is doing videos about the hot Essen releases, we'll cover a detective game from the 80s.
Where everyone can sit and watch us for hours.
That might not be very good.
Yeah,
I've got no information on this game really, other than its description and that I'm keen on that. I don't know anything about the content of the game. I thought, like, if I do stream the game, I've got to be like, I've got no idea of the content of the game, and it's from the 80s. It could be really questionable, and like Detective City of Angels had some not very strong language, but stronger than my family friendly
PG-13.
my unofficial family friendliness would allow. There aren't as many school children watching in recent years, are there? They're too young to be interested in a channel about board games. I have to introduce Minecraft to it. I mean, I keep saying I'm going, and then I keep rambling on for ages. Thank you very, very much for joining us. Monday, I'll tell you what's streaming next week. There'll be a recap at some point soon. We'll talk about competitions and things. There'll be Essen games coming up. It's going to be amazing. Watch out on Patreon and the channel for new stuff, because it's coming very, very soon. Thank you, and see you very soon. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Say bye, Rach.
Bye.
Bye.